But Anthony A.J. Joshua has been involved in a deadly car crash, unaliving 2 passengers. So one passed away on the scene instantly, and the other, from my understanding now, has passed away.
Yeah, some breaking news to bring you regarding Anthony Joshua. He's been involved in a serious car crash in Nigeria. Now, Reuters news agency say he suffered minor injuries, but 2 people have died in the incident.
Breaking news coming in from Ogun State, Nigeria. Boxing star Anthony Joshua was involved in a serious car accident on the busy Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Authorities have confirmed that Joshua suffered minor injuries and was taken to the hospital for medical care. Sadly, 2 other passengers died at the scene of the crash. Police have launched a full investigation to determine what caused the accident.
Minor injuries. There were images of Anthony Joshua enjoying his vacation in Nigeria with his friends and everything. Yeah, he has his shirt off and everything because, you know, he's in Africa. It's warm out there. He was just enjoying his time. And unfortunately, there was a car crash.
Promoter Eddie Hearn has spoken out after the shot.
The injuries are being described as minor. There were photos circulating that showed Anthony Joshua enjoying his vacation in Nigeria, spending time with friends, and relaxing. In the pictures, he was seen without a shirt, which makes sense given the warm weather in Africa. He appeared to be in good spirits and simply enjoying his break. Unfortunately, during that time, a car accident occurred. Following the shocking reports of Anthony Joshua's crash in Nigeria, his promoter Eddie Hearn spoke publicly about the situation. Hearn revealed that he first heard the news while he was away on a family holiday. He explained that he and his team have been trying to contact Joshua directly and made it clear that they do not want to jump to conclusions or speculate about his condition. Based on the images that have been seen so far, Hearn said Joshua appears to be okay. However, he emphasized that more details are expected as the situation continues to develop.
I don't know, so I don't want to say that, but I'm hoping that some of the news we're hearing that it doesn't look like he has any major injuries is true, and that would be fantastic, and obviously be a very lucky boy.
Commentator Joe Rogan responded to the shocking news of Anthony Joshua's car crash by saying, "It's incredible that Joshua came out alive after such a severe accident." Rogan highlighted how thin the line is between life and death in situations like this, explaining that moments and choices made outside the boxing ring can be just as risky and life-threatening as any fight inside it.
I mean,
that's bonkers. Thank God he didn't have a seatbelt on. I never say that. Thank God he didn't have a fucking seatbelt on, because if he did,
there's no way.
He would be dead.
There's
Probably,
no way.
or fucking severe.
Authorities have confirmed that Anthony Joshua's SUV lost control and crashed into a parked truck on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The impact completely destroyed the vehicle, leaving it badly damaged. Tragically, 2 people inside the car lost their lives in the accident, including a close friend who was reportedly sitting in the front seat. Anthony Joshua, who appeared stunned after the crash, was pulled from the wreckage with broken glass visible on his shirt. Despite the severity of the collision, he was extremely fortunate to escape with only minor injuries, avoiding what could have been a far worse outcome.
We do not know the circumstances of the accident. However, the 2 cars collided and 2 individuals were pronounced dead on the scene. Anthony Joshua has injuries, but at this point have not been reported to have been.
He later spoke about returning to boxing, explaining that the experience made him reflect on what truly matters. He said it reminded him to put his family first while also reconnecting with his love for the sport. Joshua admitted that getting back to 100% in the ring would require difficult sacrifices, including spending time away from his loved ones. But he believes that commitment is necessary to perform at his best.
I realized that I was working away from home. I was spending time with my friends. And my wife wasn't happy. So I had to kind of look at the decisions I was making, and I had to come back home to boxing. And I had to sacrifice, I had to take a look at my life, make necessary changes to put my love back.
Reports now confirm that Anthony Joshua is no longer in danger following the car crash in Nigeria. He suffered only minor injuries and has since been released from immediate critical medical care. Despite the seriousness of the incident, Joshua is said to be stable, fully conscious, and alert. He has been speaking with police officials as well as members of his own team. While the accident tragically resulted in the loss of 2 lives, Joshua himself appears to be doing well under the circumstances. News of his condition has brought relief to fans around the world, many of whom were deeply concerned when the story first broke. Supporters have flooded social media with messages of encouragement, prayers, and well wishes as Joshua begins his recovery and processes the shock of what happened. Police have also confirmed that there was an investigation underway to determine the full details surrounding the crash.
Accident at 9:30 a.m. local time, 8:30 our time, involving 2 vehicles in which 2 people have died, and Anthony Joshua has received minor injuries and he's been taken to hospital. So eyewitnesses say Joshua was in a Lexus SUV with 3 other passengers, and he was involved in an accident in which that Lexus collided with a truck that was stationary at the time, and there are videos online of a shaken Joshua being taken out of the car. So local police have confirmed that Joshua has suffered minor injuries, but that 2 people have died.
Promoter Eddie Hearn shared his thoughts after Anthony Joshua's car accident in Nigeria, making it clear that his main concern is Joshua's well-being. He stressed how important it is to stand by Joshua during this time and to make sure he receives the highest level of medical care and support. Hearn also spoke about the families affected by the crash, emphasizing that they must not be forgotten. He pointed out that moments like this are a reminder that even global stars are vulnerable and need care, protection, and compassion just like anyone else. His comments reflected both relief that Joshua survived the accident and deep sympathy for the lives that were tragically lost. Hearn urged patience and caution as more information continues to come out and the situation becomes clearer.
For them and the family, anything they need, sometimes when someone is a star, they have a lot of things in their life taken care of for them. So you really have to move into that mode in this situation as well. Make sure obviously they're getting the best medical attention, make sure their family are safe and happy.
In the aftermath of Anthony Joshua's car crash, commentator Brendan Schaub spoke about the tragic situation, highlighting the deep shock felt throughout the boxing world. He confirmed that Joshua's SUV hit a stationary truck, and while AJ survived with only minor injuries, 2 people lost their lives. The news has left friends, fans, and the wider boxing community heartbroken. Schaub urged everyone to be careful when sharing details, pointing out that not all the facts are fully clear yet. He offered sincere prayers for Anthony Joshua and for the families affected by the crash. He also asked fans and media to respect the privacy of those involved, while continuing to send support and positive thoughts to AJ as he recovers and reflects on the incident.
SUV struck the stationary truck. So I just want to give you guys the breaking news. Unfortunately, Anthony Joshua was involved in a car accident in Nigeria. Prayers to Anthony AJ Joshua.
Prayers are going out to Anthony AJ Joshua as breaking news confirms that the future heavyweight Hall of Famer was involved in a serious car accident in Nigeria. The crash tragically resulted in the loss of 2 lives. Video footage from the scene shows Joshua being helped out of the vehicle, clearly shaken but alive. Authorities are still investigating exactly how the accident happened. Early reports state that Joshua suffered injuries that are not considered life-threatening. Medical professionals have explained that, despite appearing stable, AJ will need full scans and detailed medical checks to make sure there is no internal damage. The boxing world has come together in support of Joshua, with fighters, fans, and commentators sending prayers and messages of encouragement. At the same time, heartfelt condolences continue to pour in for the families and loved ones of those who lost their lives in this tragic and devastating incident.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Joshua, future heavyweight Hall of Famer, has been in a severe car accident which killed 2 people. He is severely injured. He's still alive. There's footage out there of people helping Anthony Joshua out the vehicle. We don't know the details of what happened, if they was in a car accident, if they was just swerving around and lost control. We don't know, but my condolences go out to those who lost their lives. Hopefully it was just, man, a terrible accident. And also, hopefully Anthony Joshua seeks the medical attention that he needs. Check the everything, the head, the scan everything, x-ray, MRI, because we don't know if that could be internal bleeding as well. Adrenaline is pumping and you may feel like you're not okay, but you got to check everything. But hopefully he heals well, and Godspeed. And again, my condolences go out to those that lost their lives.
Boxing analyst Tony Bellew shared his thoughts on Anthony Joshua's frightening car accident, noting that Joshua appeared dazed but was incredibly lucky to avoid serious injuries. Bellew pointed out that situations like this challenge not only a fighter's physical strength, but also their mental toughness, and AJ showed both under intense circumstances. He praised Joshua for staying calm and composed while being helped out of the wreckage, emphasizing that surviving such a violent crash says a lot about his focus and determination. Fans and fellow athletes have echoed Bellew's sentiment, celebrating Joshua's fortune and sending heartfelt wishes for a smooth and speedy recovery.
He could get seriously hurt. I don't believe Josh would have. I believe Josh might have some.
Commentator Go spoke out about the tragic car accident involving Anthony Joshua, offering heartfelt condolences to the two victims who lost their lives. He highlighted the shock and grief spreading throughout the boxing community, reminding everyone that even the world's biggest stars are not immune to unexpected dangers outside the ring. Go noted that Joshua survived the crash with only minor injuries, bringing relief to fans around the globe. He also praised the fast and efficient response of bystanders and medical teams at the scene. Finally, he encouraged viewers to keep the families of the victims in their thoughts while also acknowledging Joshua's fortunate escape.
Anthony Joshua injured in car accident. 2 people who I believe were with Anthony Joshua were friends of his have tragically passed away. Before I carry on reading the article, the 2 people who have tragically passed, my condolences is all I can say to their friends and families. We'll definitely offer up some prayers.
Boxing commentator Warren discussed how Anthony Joshua's recent car accident could affect his upcoming fights. While AJ only sustained minor injuries and is recovering, Warren expressed uncertainty about whether scheduled bouts, including a possible matchup with Tyson Fury, will happen as planned. He suggested that if the Fury fight does go ahead, it might be moved to late summer, giving Joshua enough time to fully recover. The incident serves as a reminder of how delicate the balance can be between training, career commitments, and unexpected life events. Warren also noted that Joshua would likely have a warm-up fight first to regain full fitness and confidence before taking on a major opponent. Fans are closely following the situation, aware that any delay could shift heavyweight rankings and affect the anticipation surrounding the AJ versus Fury showdown.
Fight, but if this fight happens, which I believe it will, if it does happen, it will be sometime in late summer. So Tyson, that's another sort of what's at the moment, it's another 7 months away. So he'll certainly have a fight in between.
Commentator Johnny Nelson shared his thoughts on how Anthony Joshua's accident could impact the highly anticipated fight with Tyson Fury. He noted that although AJ had previously said he was ready, unexpected events like a serious car crash create uncertainty. Nelson explained that the accident could delay negotiations or contract finalizations, even if both fighters are eager to proceed. He also highlighted how injuries, recovery time, and the mental stress from such incidents can affect training camps, fueling speculation about a potential rescheduling of the fight. While acknowledging that Joshua was fortunate to avoid serious harm, Nelson emphasized that promoters, fighters, and fans need to be patient. This situation serves as a reminder of how unpredictable boxing can be, showing that events outside the ring can have a significant impact on major matchups and the trajectory of a fighter's career.
AJ said we were ready to do this. And just Tyson, that was the one that was dragging his feet, signed a contract in 30 minutes or whatever. So unless I hear it from both fighters.
Commentator Johnny Nelson shared his thoughts on how Anthony Joshua's accident could impact the highly anticipated fight with Tyson Fury. He noted that although AJ had previously said he was ready, unexpected events like a serious car crash create uncertainty. Nelson explained that the accident could delay negotiations or contract finalizations, even if both fighters are eager to proceed. He also highlighted how injuries, recovery time, and the mental stress from such incidents can affect training camps, fueling speculation about a potential rescheduling of the fight. While acknowledging that Joshua was fortunate to avoid serious harm, Nelson emphasized that promoters, fighters, and fans need to be patient. This situation serves as a reminder of how unpredictable boxing can be, showing that events outside the ring can have a significant impact on major matchups and the trajectory of a fighter's career.
Interest you?
It's a fight that interests everybody, isn't it? Because it's still a massive fight. They are still the two biggest names in world boxing. I don't care what anybody says. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua are still the two biggest names in world heavyweight boxing.
Veteran commentator Duke McKenzie spoke about the huge significance of a potential matchup between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, noting that fans and analysts are eagerly anticipating the fight. However, he pointed out that Joshua's recent car accident adds a new layer of complexity. McKenzie explained that even minor injuries can disrupt training schedules, promotional commitments, and overall fight readiness. The accident might force promoters to delay the bout, raising questions about recovery timelines, sparring sessions, and how prepared the fighters will be when the match eventually happens. He also emphasized the mental impact such accidents can have on athletes, noting that while Joshua was fortunate to survive, his focus now has to be on recovery. Despite any delays, McKenzie confirmed that the fight still holds enormous appeal, calling it one of the most anticipated heavyweight clashes in recent years.
Drags it back into the gutter at times, but I also think that some of his achievements have been quite remarkable, and he's come back and won fights and achieved things at times that I didn't think he could. Anthony Joshua on the whole has been a
Business analyst Simon Jordan shared his thoughts on the wider impact of Anthony Joshua's accident, pointing out the contrast between Tyson Fury's outspoken personality and Joshua's disciplined approach to boxing. He highlighted that AJ's survival and ongoing recovery demonstrate his resilience and professionalism, qualities that have earned him admiration from fans around the world. Jordan suggested that the accident could indirectly delay the Fury fight, as both fighters and their teams may need to adjust timelines and preparation plans. He stressed that maintaining peak physical and mental condition is essential, particularly after such an unexpected event. The incident also serves as a reminder that even the most celebrated athletes are vulnerable outside the ring. Fans are now closely watching for updates on Joshua's recovery, the resumption of his training, and confirmation of plans for upcoming heavyweight title fights.
Tyson Fury, and then he'll hang his gloves up, making a fortune. That's his route. He's not going to become world champion again in my...
Legendary commentator Carl Froch offered his view on how Anthony Joshua's car accident could impact his journey toward the highly anticipated fight with Tyson Fury. Froch noted that while AJ's ultimate goal remains the Fury showdown, the accident brings new challenges, including recovery time, possible delays in training, and the need for strategic adjustments. He explained that these factors could also influence Joshua's long-term career decisions, potentially affecting his final fights and financial plans. While the heavyweight matchup continues to generate huge excitement, Froch stressed that promoters must now carefully consider AJ's health and readiness. Fans should be prepared for some uncertainty in scheduling, but Froch expressed confidence that Joshua's determination will keep him focused on achieving glory and pursuing major opportunities, even if the accident alters the immediate timeline for his next big fight. Anthony Joshua's car accident sent shockwaves through the boxing world, but the positive news is that he is recovering and getting back on track. Fans and fellow fighters are flooding social media with messages of support, a reminder of how fragile life can be outside the ring. While the highly anticipated AJ versus Tyson Fury fight might face some delays, excitement for the matchup remains extremely high. Now, we want to hear from you. How do you think this accident will impact Joshua's career and the Fury fight? Share your thoughts in the comments below and join the conversation.